Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while I learn this truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect that they're scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risk their lives and freedom to do so. It's a brother Tazamak coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this lesson Not Slothful in Business. Okay? And I'll be going into how, we got to give all our might serving the Lord, and we can't be lazy. Okay? Because the body, our bodies are naturally lazy. Okay? And we have to fight. You got to fight that. Okay? You got to fight that. Take for instance, like the profession I do. Okay, which is driving. I'm just getting off the plantation now. But it's driving and just sitting all day. The average person is in a lazy mode. I don't want to do anything after I get off. I don't even want to go to work. I want to just go home and eat pizza and watch TV and X, Y, and Z. Okay? When you come to serve the Lord, you can't have that lazy mindset. Okay, the Lord hates a lazy servant. Okay? And when I do these videos, first and foremost, I'm speaking to myself. Because you have to examine yourself. You can't just be like, I'm talking to this person, that person, this person, or that person, which this isn't directed to nobody, but you have to examine yourself first and foremost. Okay, because you can't be a hypocrite. All right? But, when you come to serve the Lord, that lazy shit has to stop. Okay, that don't mean you got to be Mr. Olympia, the bodybuilder of the world, and lift all this heavy shit. No. But you have to serve the Lord with zeal. Okay, you have to be hot serving the Lord. You can't be cold. Okay? And if you're not doing what's required of you to serve the Lord, that means either you're lukewarm, okay, you got one foot in the world, one foot in the truth, you're not sure, you don't know what you want, or you're cold, man. Okay, you're cold, not putting in the effort at all. Or you're cold, the niggas in the world, are cold. They don't do shit. So the Lord would rather you be either hot or cold, man, in his ministry. On fire for it or don't deal with it at all. Lukewarm, the Lord ain't dealing with that. Okay? We're about to come into 2026, and it's about to be crazy. Through the Spirit, you can see it. Okay? Through the Spirit, you can see how crazy 2026 is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and get some precepts. Okay? Lord's will, this is an edifying lesson. And I'm going to start off in the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter. And I'm going to go right about to the 15th verse. Okay? And it reads, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. Okay? So the Lord is saying he would rather you be one or the other. Cold, not deal with this truth at all. Cold, not deal with this truth at all. Or hot, be on fire for this truth, which we're required to do. The Lord ain't just saying, if you want to serve me and go through the motions. No, the Lord requires passion, zeal, all of your energy. This truth is your life. You have to give it your all, which means being hot, which means being on fire. Okay, because if not, you're either lukewarm, doing a half-ass job, or you're cold. Okay, you don't want to deal with it at all. And the Lord would rather prefer you to be cold, because being lukewarm, you're going to be judged anyway. You might as well just be cold. Okay, this is Revelation 3:16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, you see, you got your hand on the fence. You're not sure if you want to fully commit. You got doubts, lazy. Okay, and neither cold nor hot. Okay, you're not completely done with the truth. Okay, but you're not on fire for the truth, right? I would spew that out of my mouth. The Lord ain't going to deal with you, man. The Lord is going to take the spirit from you or kick you out or whatever. Whatever the Lord decides to do to you, it's going to be judgment. Okay, because either you serve the Lord or be judged. That's just what it is. And that's what that was saying. Because look, lukewarm is doing a half-ass job. That's not fully serving the Lord to the best of your ability. Cold, you ain't dealt with it at all. What's going to happen to those two individuals? Judgment. Okay, the best chance you have of doing a BS job, or I'm not going to say not fully committed, but the best chance you would have had of that is just being delivered as being a woman, because you're gonna have women getting delivered because for brothers to pop in the kingdom. Okay, to bring back the 2/3 to us. Okay, but even those women have to have some type of quality for the Heavenly Father to be like, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna deal with her. I'm gonna have mercy on her. She's not just some demon walling out. Okay. And imagine if you get food brought to you like the apostles always say. Okay, that's not cooked right. That's cold as hell. Or lukewarm is nasty. You're gonna spit it out. You're like, look, what is this? I want it to be hot. That's what the Lord's required us, for us to be hot. Okay? So I'm gonna get this next. In the book of John. (21 and 15). So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, okay, and this is Yahushua speaking right here. Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said to him, Feed my lambs. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Okay, he's asking Peter, you love me. And he said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. Okay, and I'm going to touch on what it means right here. Verse 17, John 21 and 17. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said to him, because Peter was like, you know the answer to this. Come on. And he said to him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. Okay? And feed the sheep is teaching his word, man. Okay, teaching his word. So the elect could, so the elect could wake up, we could be sealed. Feed the sheep is teaching his word to our, to the elect. Okay? Because the whole nation ain't gonna get it on this side. 2/3 gotta be done away with. Okay? And his name's not Jesus. His name is Yahushua. All right, the name is gonna get way more known in these coming months, man. Trust. That's how bad it's gonna get out here. Okay. So this is the book of. I'm gonna go to the book of Romans next. Okay. So this is Romans. 12 and 11. Yep, this is Romans 12 and 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Okay, serving Yahweh. Okay, so not slothful in business, you're not being sluggish, you're not being lazy. Okay, in business, our diligence towards his work, constant effort to achieve that which is undertaken, which is our responsibility. It's our responsibility to do this work. Okay, and it brought up fervent. Okay, in the Greek, that's a zeal, meaning to be hot. Okay, to have zeal. Okay, to be on fire for this truth, man. Okay, to be on fire for this truth. Be not lazy. Okay, because we have to be diligent. That's what it's saying. Okay, we have to be on fire. Okay, we have to have zeal towards this truth, towards this word. Okay, fervent in spirit, being hot, being on fire. Okay, that's where you get fever from, being on fire, being hot. Okay, serving the Lord. So the Lord wants us to serve him with passion, with zeal, not just going through the motions. I'm gonna do a lesson, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna get up with brothers, having that passion. Okay, for everything in the truth, and you put what you learn in this truth into your personal life, applying the scriptures in your life. Okay, because you can't have everything lined up in this truth, and then your personal life is shit, it's going to spill over. Okay? So you're supposed to take care of your responsibilities overall as a man, and your number one responsibility is serving the Lord. Nothing else comes before this, nothing. Okay? I'm going to get this next in the book of Jeremiah. and 9. Then I said, I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire. You see? Shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing. I could not stay. Okay? So Jeremiah, was the word, that's how the word's supposed to be. It's supposed to be burning in your bones. You gotta let it out. I can't hold this in. Imagine. That's not the best example, but imagine, I'm gonna use it anyway. Imagine you gotta use the bathroom and you've been holding it all goddamn day. Hours, right? It would eventually be let out. You would do it on yourself, like number one or something. You would do it on yourself. You'd be like, dude, I gotta let it out. I gotta let it out. I gotta let it out. That's how you should be with the word. You gotta let it out. It's burning in you. You can't hold it in. It's burning in you. I gotta let this out. You see? That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be obsessed with Yahweh Shai. You're supposed to be obsessed with this word. With doing this work. Okay? I'm getting ready to close in the book of 1 Corinthians. You know? See, 1 Corinthians. I'm going to go to the 9th chapter. Okay. So this is 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Okay? And this is Apostle Paul, because yes, we teach this gospel. Yes, we teach this truth, but it's not of ourselves. We don't have nothing to glory of. Okay? It brought up necessity. This is our duty. When you go into that word in the Greek, it's anage. It's like if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but one of the definitions is your duty. Okay, so what do we have to brag about? This is our duty. We're doing what the Lord commissioned us to do. Okay, that's like your father telling you to go take the trash out. You're like, yeah, I get to take the trash out. Your daddy told you to take it out. Okay, so you're doing what he's telling you to do. It ain't no reason to do backflips. Even though this truth makes us happy, this isn't for our own personal or gain or glory. This is for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're doing our duty. We're doing what's required of us. Okay, and if we don't, look at this last part. 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. Woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel of destruction. Okay, so if we don't do what's required of us, okay, and teach this gospel and do our duty, destruction is coming to us, and it's not a maybe. It might happen, or what if it happens if I stop teaching? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The unbelievers is going to get something harsh. These niggas that scoff and scorn, they're going to get some harsh, man. Okay? Whoever is not teaching this true gospel is going to get something harsh, a harsh judgment. Whether you don't believe, whether you half-ass believe, whether you teach the wrong doctrine, if you're not in the fold teaching the doctrine that GMS teaches, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? Because it's not just about being in one camp, it's about having 100% truth. If you're not teaching 100% truth, it's a wrap for you. Okay? This is our duty to bring this gospel out the right way. Or woe if you don't. Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson with that. I'm going to say shalom.